So, here we go. Another round 2 game in the winner's bracket. Once again, we have Midiga spawning as the yellow Zerg in the top left corner. And this actually might be the first game that we casted of Midiga in the order of games played. I casted one of his earlier, but it might have been further along in the tournament. Actually, I think this might have been the first game that he played, so that would make it the first game in the series that he's played. And then in the bottom right corner, spawning as the purple Protoss, we have Inaya, who won a game against me playing Terran. Actually, I think I won the game, but I dropped out of the tournament. Point is, she's here now, playing Midiga. It looks like we will have a Forge Fast expand this time, which is excellent. That's the standard opening for Protoss, so I'm excited to see that decision to go. We're more of a standard playstyle. Speaking of standard playstyles, let me try that again. No, I won't. We should be seeing a 14 pool-ish for Midiga, which would be coming at 14 supply. I think he might have missed a drone here because his minerals got a little bit high for some reason. Oh, he did a little bit of an early pool, looks like maybe. Either that or I just wasn't looking at the right number. But the point is, he got the pool down, and everything's looking fine. And we will have a little annoyance going on with Inaya, doing some harassment stuff, but she will move out of the way pretty easily to get this hatch down, and it will be able to go down. Not much of a delay there, but a good choice by Inaya to try to delay that a little bit. Any little bit helps. Down here we do have the gateway before the Nexus, so I would have liked to have seen the Nexus first. Well, not Nexus first, but Nexus after Forge. Ooh, might have been a misclick there, an accidental cancel on that. But other than that, other than the early gateway, I think everything's going well. Looks like she's about to hit the Nexus right now. And a common thing in tournaments is that you're kind of scared that you need something early because you don't want to die to early pressure and lose the game right away. So you're doing stuff like this just to feel more safe is kind of common, but it's bad to do because then you get in this mode where you're just kind of playing scared. So we will have a Cybernetics core come out, so everything's looking good. I would have built the Zealot so we can kind of get a complete wall off. You don't want any speedlings to run in and mess you up. But we're not going to have any of that anyways, it looks like, from Midiga. He's going to macro pretty well. He should be scouting this expansion pretty soon, and then possibly taking his third right afterwards. So his Overlord will come in and see it. And there we go. There are some extra queens being made. It looks like he's going to have a 3-queen opening, which is kind of cool. You can start some creep spread without delaying your injects. This warp gate research still hasn't started. Okay, and there it goes. I'm not sure how long that was sitting there, but it might have been a little bit late to start. And it looks like we have some chrono boost saved up, so we're just going to power out the warp gate tech. Everything's looking pretty good so far for both players. Midiga will need an expansion right now if he wants to stay in the game. You always need to be one base ahead as Zerg, so we'll see if he gets that. He has the Roach Horn going down before the third, which I think 2-base Roach is fine. But after scouting that expansion, I probably would have expanded also myself. And also these The drones are a little bit uneven, a little bit short on this base, with no drones going into the gas here. This base is a little bit oversaturated. Ugh. But nothing too terrible. There's a good number of production facilities going on here. There's one gateway that's not being used, but there's a chrono boost going for the upgrades, so I think Inaya is actually playing pretty well this game so far. There could be some things cleaned up, but as far as the build, I think it's generally okay. Unfortunately, this little bit of Ling poke is going to throw her off enough so that we're going to have some missed production. So there's a drone here at the thirds. It looks like Midiga will end up taking it. He does have the minerals for it. And we'll do also a peek in here in the base and see that there's nothing here to scout. So looks like he'll be able to get that Overlord out, because there's not much that can stop an Overlord at this point. There's no stalkers out. Warp gate did finish, so we can start warping in some units here. And so this robotics facility is going down, but there are a lot of missed warp-ins right now. So on 2 bases, you can definitely afford that. You can afford much more than 3 gates in a robo. But the reduction needs to be done. So I think we are still short on probes. This base looks pretty. This base is perfectly saturated, so that looks really good. But we still need some constant probe production going to this base, and probe production has stopped. So that's a bit unfortunate, and also some unit production that it just isn't really happening. But over here for Midiga, production is happening, not at this second, but roaches are coming out and coming down, and this could be trouble. This is a lot of roaches, and Inaya doesn't really have too much to deal with it. There's some sentries that'll be able to force field and hold off for a little while and get some quick panic units in. But unfortunately, these units should have already been in. Oh, and there is a supply block here at 52, and that's a pretty bad timing for that. Looks like Midiga is going to try to bust into the back wall, and we'll see. Okay, Inaya is going to be able to spot this and get over here in time. Unfortunately, those force fields aren't going to do much to stop the rocks, but they will hold off and that's the game. So I think Inaya saw the amount of roaches and knew that she just did not have enough stuff to be able to hold it off, unfortunately. So, well played by Midiga, and he moves on to the next round.